The automobile industry is transitioning to electric vehicles at a rapid pace. People's climate change attitudes are altering, legislation banning combustion engines, and the improvement of EV technology and infrastructure are developing. Companies are promising multiples of new electric vehicles built on specific electric vehicle platforms, and many current classic automobiles will be converted to electric vehicles in the near future. The majority of automakers have established targets that are several years in the future. However, some automakers, such as General Motors, are striving to be ahead of the curve and have committed to making all of their vehicles electric in a decade or so. In today's video, we'll talk about General Motors' transition to a fully electric vehicle manufacturer, including the challenges it will face and its strengths. Welcome back to New Vehicle Media, your go-to channel for EV stock. Quick reminder that subscribing is free. Liking the video helps YouTube suggest similar content. Comments are loved and featured in upcoming videos. GM transition to electric. By 2035, General Motors wants to halt the production of all diesel and petrol vehicles, trucks, and SUVs, and move its entire new fleet to electricity vehicles as a part of a bigger strategy to become carbon neutral by 2040. The corporation wants to use 100% renewable energy in the US by 2030 and globally by 2035, 5 years ahead of schedule. GM's statement comes a day after President Joe Biden signed executive orders addressing climate change at all levels of government and putting the US on track to reduce carbon emissions. At one point during intraday trading on announcement day, General Motors stock price rose as much as 7.4% to $53 per share. Currently, the company has a market capitalization of approximately $70 billion. For some years, General Motors has promoted a guiding triple-zero vision, which includes a future with zero emissions achieved through electric vehicles, but it has never specified a timetable for achieving this goal. The other objectives include achieving zero congestion and zero crashes through the use of modern safety technology and self-driving vehicles. As of right now, tailpipe emissions from the vehicles that the company sells are the largest major source of carbon emissions for General Motors, accounting for 75% of total emissions. Because of this, it's critical that they continue to make strides towards a vision in which every automobile they sell is a zero-emission vehicle. The business described its 2035 EV target as an aspiration, citing a variety of elements including rules, infrastructure, and other factors that must all come together in order for the plan to be accomplished. However, while high objectives can be motivating, it is firm production plans and aggressive policies that propel markets and the climate forward. Analysts believe that electric vehicles comprising battery electric and fuel cell-powered vehicles account for fewer than 5% of global automotive sales. EVs are more costly to produce than those with internal combustion engines due to the battery and fuel cells that power the vehicles. EVs, on the other hand, represent the future of the automotive industry, and stronger rules to minimize carbon emissions would propel the sector forward. While transitioning from vehicles powered by traditional internal combustion engines to vehicles powered by electric motors, General Motors' Chief Sustainability Officer reassured investors that the firm intends to be profitable and not record any losses. This will be the most successful business strategy in the foreseeable future for the corporation. Despite the obstacles and technological challenges, the company is convinced that with the resources and skills at their disposal, they can overcome these obstacles and that this will be a business model that will thrive. GM has already made intentions to convert 3 of its U.S. manufacturing facilities to electric vehicle production. The change is one that will secure the company's interests and will contribute to the creation of a future that will benefit not just the planet, but the people. Within the next 5 years, General Motors expects to produce 30 new electric vehicles worldwide as a part of a $27 billion investment in electric and autonomous vehicles. Also, by 2030, it expects to sell the majority of its luxury Cadillac sedans and SUVs as electric vehicles. GM's hurdles. Some auto industry observers believe that General Motors' goal of ceasing sales of a gasoline-powered vehicle in the near future is extremely ambitious, and it could result in a significant reduction in the company's overall market share if sales do not increase significantly. While electric vehicles are popular and businesses such as Tesla command stock prices that would make a legacy automaker envious, automotive industry experts are concerned about whether the world is ready to make the whole transition to electric vehicles in the near future. Firms that conduct frequent surveys of automobile consumers report that many are still concerned about vehicle range and charging times. These are reasons why General Motors is very cautious in its claim that its ambition to eliminate carbon emissions by 2035 is a goal, not a guarantee. Despite this, it is making a significant investment in pure electric vehicles. Hybrid vehicles, which combine internal combustion engines with electric power, are often regarded as a vital link for established manufacturers while transitioning. GM, on the other hand, has committed to going entirely electric, rejecting the idea of plug-in hybrids and instead focusing on all-electric vehicles. As a result, there is a significant risk. It's audacious, and it's quite ambitious. In recent years, the automotive industry has appeared to be divided among businesses that are spreading their investments over a variety of powertrains, including internal combustion engines, electric motors, and hybrid vehicles. The Toyota Motor Corporation is investing in alternative powertrain technology, such as hydrogen fuel cells and electric vehicle charging stations. For the time being, however, it appears that General Motors has chosen the righteous road. GM strengths. The transition to 100% electric may present certain challenges, but GM is confident in its ability to overcome these obstacles. Many in the industry have been impressed by the company's Ultium battery technology, which was developed in collaboration with LG Chem. According to General Motors, the batteries require significantly less cobalt and other materials than rival batteries, allowing costs to be reduced to levels that can make electric vehicles competitive and economical. A variety of vehicle designs can be accommodated by stacking these box-like cells in various configurations. The General Motors Corporation is also launching electric vehicles in categories that have proven to be profitable for the company, such as full-size trucks and sport utility vehicles. And lastly, the company has a lengthy track record of embracing cutting-edge technologies, from pollution-filtering catalytic converters to engines that can shut down cylinders to increase fuel efficiency. Some of those technologies, on the other hand, were not well received by customers, and this could happen again. As a result, General Motors is attempting to develop products that buyers genuinely want, and that will be the most important factor. The items that have not yet been publicly disclosed will be the ones that have been well-researched, are more complete, and are more visually appealing, and that is what the competition should be on the lookout for. The conclusion. There are a number of legacy automakers who have been producing gasoline-powered vehicles for decades and have set a tall objective for themselves. The transition from natural gas to electricity is a part of a broader industry-wide effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the transportation sector alone is responsible for 29% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. A diesel engine was considered a no-go engine 30 or 40 years ago. The thing had almost no power and required you to wait like a minute to preheat the system before you could even start the engine. It's a very different picture when you consider what diesel-powered vehicles can achieve today. The same is true in the case of electric transportation. We have finally reached a point where it is possible to manufacture automobiles that truly suit the needs of a larger number of customers. That is certainly not a means to an end, and there will be many more improvements to come. What are your thoughts on GM transitioning to electric? Will they still be profitable in transitioning? How big of a market can they capture? Let us know in the comments section. Steven anticipates that LCID's stock price will be around $30 per share by the time the company begins delivering in October 2021. That should wrap things up for today. Keep in mind that subscribing is still free and liking helps YouTube recognize your preferences. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.